This moment right here is why people say you don't play boxing. And Fury was taking it serious at moments, but in those first 3 rounds, he was playing around, switching stances, throwing punches from goofy angles, probably talking to Francis and all that. Then Francis clipped him. When Francis dropped him, he put him to factory reset settings. He had him. Fury was fighting for the rest of the fight like how he fought against Klitschko. He was being real patient, all that stuff before the fight where he was talking about, I'm not gonna run away, I'm gonna walk you down and I'm gonna knock you out. That went out the window when Francis almost knocked him out the window. So this fight is interesting for a lot of reasons that I'm gonna go more in depth with later. This is the initial reaction. I always got an initial reaction, then I got a more in-depth breakdown. So there's not a lot to break down here. It was two big men slugging. Fury wasn't using a lot of skill. He was mostly just, you know, staying on the outside, trying not to get hit. Because after he got swatted a couple times, he said, you know what? Let me calm down. Fury was talking all that crazy stuff. He got clipped and he calmed down real quick. So this is what I will say in this video before we criticize Fury and all that. Let me give credit to Francis, because if you look at my channel, I'm not just a boxing fan. I love boxing the most, but I'm a combat sports fan. I love all kinds of combat sports. And in the UFC, Francis has a crazy underdog story. People talk about Fury's underdog story. Francis has a crazy underdog story. He wasn't supposed to be a UFC champion, and then he wasn't supposed to secure an MMA deal with one of the top promotions, and then he wasn't supposed to get this fight, and then once he got the fight, he was supposed to lose and look bad and get outclassed. Every time you bet against this man, NGANNOU, he proves that he's way better than the expectations that y'all set low for him. So this is just credit to NGANNOU, and of course we're gonna take away some credit from Fury for this performance, because he was supposed to wash NGANNOU, but NGANNOU proved that you can't just walk through him. He got a crazy chin. Fury was lining him up with right hands that just didn't do anything, and it's a lot to be said. And probably the final thing I say before we go and do some more in-depth, you know, slow down, let's talk for real type stuff, is the Usyk fight. So I always had Usyk beating Fury prior to this. Now people is gonna switch over to Usyk side, which is fine, because this performance is worthy of that type of bandwagon stuff. But when the Usyk stuff comes around, we will talk about that, because that's gonna be a big deal. I think Fury's gonna look better than how he did here, but people gonna switch up. Just know that a lot of people said Fury would beat Usyk up, but watch out the narrative switch up. So just watch out for that. We gonna do some more in-depth stuff. Tune in, tap in, and I'm about to get back on schedule, consistently dropping more stuff. Immortality Serum out.